All right, so we're going to talk about chemical peels and how your results can vary from peel to peel, or even if you're sitting side by side with somebody doing the exact same peel,
Yep.
your results could be different.
Yes.
I took a phone call from a lovely lady, and her sister ordered the peels. They live on opposite sides of the country. They were doing their TCA 13 peel via Facebook or FaceTime.
Yes.
They were FaceTiming each other. Both did it at the same time, same day, same amount of layers, the whole 9 yards. Well, then I get a call, maybe day 4, I think it was, and she said, my sister's already peeling and I'm not peeling, and I think there's something wrong with my acid, maybe it's not as strong as it was. I've used, she had a 2-ounce bottle of acid, and I said, well, you've used the acid before and this, and yes, I had peeling, and I'm like, well, for one, it's only day 4.
Yep.
Everybody peels at a different pace. So many variables can go into this.
So many variables. Like, this is so common.
Yeah.
And it's not even just, it might not even be 2 people side by side doing it. Sometimes it's the same person. It's like,
100%.
okay, I did a peel this month and it did this way. And then I did the same thing next month. And now I am peeling. I'm not peeling, whatever. And it's like, they always want to blame the acid. But like, that's funny that we talk about this all the time. And we're like, you know what? The one constant in this equation is the acid.
Yes.
This acid is certified. This one is a TCA 13.
Yes.
It has a pH of, 2.1, whatever we say. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sure.
This is a 1.3. But this is always the same.
Yes.
Right? This is your constant. Everything else is a variable.
So true.
It depends on how wet your layer was. It depends on how many layers. It depends on, how long did you wait? Are you on medication now?
Yes.
Did you change something in your skincare regimen?
Yes.
You might have more dead skin on there now versus less. Oh, you forgot to use our cleanser for a week and a half, and you're using something else.
And your 4th peel, because you might get more peeling with
She's
going to
get more peeling if it's her very
sure.
first peel, and you've been peeling, and the more you peel, the less dead skin you have.
Yes.
There's just so many variables, but, always understand that, these are certified.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we say it is. It's not going to change. It's good for a long time. So these bottles, before they're open, they're guaranteed for 2 years. If your bottle is open, it's guaranteed for up to a year.
Yeah.
And so what could happen? What could change? Possibly, if it's in a hot environment, maybe some of the water evaporated, it could, this is a very, very end of the spectrum, could potentially get a little stronger.
Yep.
For the most part, though, if we're talking you've had that bottle sitting there, it's been 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we've had calls, can I use this? It gets a little bit milder.
Yeah.
But if you've had this open and it's been less than a year, it's still exactly what we say. There's nothing wrong with this. It's working perfectly. You just applied it different, or your skin is in a different stage.
Yes.
Something is different.
Yes.
And don't worry about it.
Right.
When you do one peel and you're comparing it to one peel, well, wait till you've got about like 8 peels, and then you realize that, most of the time, I'm flaking fine, or most of the time it's like this, because give it a wider berth. Don't just I did one peel and this peel's different. No, do an entire series, and you'll realize it's fine.
For sure.
There's
and
nothing
it
to
was
worry about.
only day 4 when she called.
Right.
So I said that's quite early. Most will start to peel or flake between like day 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 3 to 5. I always say.
Depends. If you used a peel booster, if you use Dream Peel, if you use Luminosity, you might peel a little quicker.
A little bit.
But yeah, she was very convinced that like her bottle had went bad for some reason. And, after our conversation, she realized the different variables, and I'm like, her gauze pad could have been more wet than your gauze pad. She may not have stopped her retinol 4 days before or 7 days before.
Right.
What about medications? All of the things that you just discussed.
So many things that can make one peel experience be different from the next.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's all normal. It's nothing to
is.
worry about.
Right.
And it is very possible that you do have less peeling moving forward, right?
Yeah.
If you've done 3 or 4 peels in a row, let's even TCA peels, and you did one a month, and it's like month 4.
Yeah.
Now here you are doing month 5 peel, and there's not as much dead skin coming off. Well, you've already taken off a lot of dead skin. You're using your retinoids, you're using your acids. That dead skin layer is thinner.
Yeah.
And, your skin is healthy and exfoliated. You don't have as much dead skin to come off. If you want to remove more dead skin, you may need to do more layers or a stronger percentage. If you're at, 5 layers, 6 layers, something like that, maybe it's time to move to the next percentage.
Yeah, then your skin would be acclimated and ready for something stronger.
Then you'll get a little bit deeper and you might get a little bit more flaking. But, it doesn't matter. No. We know that skin is coming off, whether you see large pieces and chunks here or there, or whether you just see dryness everywhere. It's all just dead skin coming off. And that's another thing. Some people, like me, I always just get little flakes here and there. And I put a lot of moisturizer on and stuff like that, but I still always just get little flakes.
Right.
Whereas I see somebody else and they've got just big chunks coming off. And I'm like, what do you do? Bathe in ointment? Because I know if you put heavier ointments on, a lot of people like to just cake Aquaphor and then that dead skin's not going nowhere. And, it's just stuck under there as you're moving your face. And I think it just peels off in a big layer.
Yeah.
But that, if you want that, then put a lot of Aquaphor on. I don't want to clog my pores and I don't want any kind of other issues. So I just use, ema oil. But what's normal for me is not normal for somebody else.
Yeah.
And again, that doesn't matter either.
Too. Is it better to let the skin be dry or should I keep it moisturized? Yeah.
And that's just for your own. If you let it be dry, you would be itching and scratching.
Yeah.
And it does not feel good if you don't put stuff on. And you have nothing to gain by doing that.
No.
Because if you are scratching and then you might get the skin off faster and then it's going to come off and you have redness, it is so much better to keep it hydrated. We like the ema oil or the essential healing blend. Cool. Aquaphor is fine if you got a lot of layers on, but it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
And people always ask me, well, I don't have any of those. What else can I use? Use whatever you want. Just don't use something with a lot of active ingredients, meaning vitamin C or acids. We don't want to irritate the skin. Something super plain.
Right.
Super plain, like drugstore plain cream.
Yeah.
It's fine as long as it's really moisturizing.
Good.
What else?
What else? Anything else that, obviously are the medications, big part in that as well. Like you said, your skin goes through different cycles.
Yeah, different times a month. Where it can be depending on where you are in your cycle. You could have more skin coming off at certain times. I know, you can be more sensitive.
Right.
For women, at certain times in their cycles, you're much more sensitive. I don't remember what day it is.
So is their skin more sensitive when they're, let's say if they're on their cycle and they do a peel, your skin is more sensitive?
Yeah, it will burn more. It will hurt more.
Wow.
If you do it when you're, and I don't remember exactly what day it is.
Yeah.
And you got a 28-day cycle. I don't remember exactly, there's a series of days where if you do it on these days, it's going to hurt more.
Wow.
So, when people be like, I did my peel today, and I did my peel, last month I did it at this time, and it didn't hurt at all, and this time it was terrible, and then you find out that, it really does, at least with women, it can depend on what day you're applying it.
My mind will go to, did you stop your retinoids in time? Because a lot of times they'll say no. When they say, oh my God,
I forgot.
This peel burned so bad, I couldn't leave it on, and, this and that. And as long as you have it on for a couple of minutes, it's going to do its task.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, nothing to worry about that.
For sure. But anyway, so to recap, you could be side by side, sister versus sister, doing the exact same peel, the exact same amount of layers. You still could have a different result, and that is perfectly normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I did look up the cycle. So it's day 23
there
through
you
5.
go.
So it's at the end of your cycle.
Okay.
Right before your period, basically.
Wow.
Is
when you're
hurts
most
more.
sensitive?
Yeah, so it's saying because you have less estrogen.
Oh.
It's
Estrogen
like a pain
crash.
buffer in your body.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no wonder as you get older, things become more painful. You're running out of estrogen.
Wow. That's interesting.
I knew of it. I just didn't remember
Right.
the exact days. So day 23 through day 5.
Okay.
are the days. So try to do your peels from day 6 to day 22.
There
if
you
you
go.
can possibly figure that out.
Especially if you're doing a heavy hitting peel or a multi-acid layer peel.
Or use some numbing cream.
Use that lidocaine,
Use
right?
that numbing cream.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't do it, but for the people that are really, really sensitive,
Yes.
numbing cream for sure. Pay attention to what time of the month it is.
True.
And then also make sure you stop your retinoids and any leave-on acids like serum 15.
Absolutely.
And I have people ask me too, because they'll have like acids that we don't have, right? Maybe they have like I think it might be like a prescription azelaic.
Yeah.
I think that's a common one, maybe like 15 or 20%. And I'm like, if you're on like 15% or more, I would stop that too.
For sure.
And I know it's like milder and it can be like used for rosacea and things like that, but I would stop it.
I would too.
Prior to your peels.
Yeah.
Because that can be causing excess irritation when you apply your you apply your acid. It's going to burn more.
Wow.
Can we think of any other questions to do with that, Darren?
Well, how about this? So how do you make it as consistent as possible? Like, how do you control it? Like, what are the 5 variables that you should get really good at to make sure you get at least
make
the
sure
most
you're-
consistent?
Make sure your
Volume
peels
and
are
layers.
volume. So all right, so like TCA is volume dependent.
Yes.
Now, the others are not volume dependent. It doesn't
Right.
matter if you have dripping, not that you'd want anything dripping, but if you
Yes.
had a ton of glycolic on your face,
Yeah.
it's the same as putting like a thinner amount of glycolic. It has no bearing
Right.
on that. But with TCA, it is very dependent on how much liquid is on your face.
Sure.
Because every drop of TCA has to be used up by your skin's proteins. And that's, what the coagulating, which can sometimes lead to frosting and stuff. But how we like to do it, we like to saturate that gauze. I like to, fold it in half, either pat it with your fingers. You don't have to wring it out.
No.
We want it wet.
Yeah.
Pat it with your fingers or shake it. Make sure it's not dripping. And that's like the perfect amount of wet.
Yes.
Go over it. It's going to be like a little bit wet sheen for, maybe 10
Yeah.
seconds or so. Dry up. It's done.
Want it
Wait
to
your 5
look
minutes.
wet, but not dripping wet.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you had an area and you put it on stopping wet and it's like dripping,
Yeah.
that area is just going to keep going and
Yeah.
it's not going to neutralize in 5 minutes. It's just going to keep going. Oh, this is neutralized, find
Yeah.
more. Neutralize, find more.
Right.
Neutralize, find more. It's just going to keep going. And if you have a big, wet, soppy area, it could be like doing 5 layers instead of just one clean, consistent layer. So that is just so important.
That does remind me of a phone call that I took where this lady was doing multi-layer TCA peels. So every time she would start right here. So she had these like pink stripes. So, that's when her gauze pad was the wettest.
Yep.
So after we counseled on the phone for a while, we
Start
determined.
from the top down.
Yeah, I said start from the top. Don't always start at the same spot every time.
Yeah,
like,
you can totally start in different areas.
And she's like, I'm guilty. I start right here each time. I do my swipes across here and then go down. And so she was getting like these really pink, bright,
Well, and that's an area that some people like over exfoliate anyways. Like when you're washing your face, they're scrubbing
True.
more, or you got to scrub. You're always they're just doing their cheeks. Their cheeks always
Very true.
get too much. And in our directions, we tell you to start top down.
Yeah.
Right? No,
Yeah.
your forehead
Yes.
is really sturdy. You're fine. If
Right.
it is a little bit wetter, you're fine, and you are better off to start at the top.
Yes.
And then work your way like across,
Yes.
or down, over,
Yeah,
over,
try not to
over,
do a lot of
over, down, down.
overlapping. I always use the old grass cutting thing. When you cut the grass and you don't want to overlap a lot.
Yes.
It's like cutting the grass, but you're just swiping it. You don't want to do a lot
Yes.
of. You can like slightly overlap, but not a lot.
Yes.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
And mix
so,
it up a little so you don't get these football stripes across the.
Yeah, please.
You know.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
So obviously, volume.
Yeah.
Make sure that your volume is accurate.
Yeah.
Make sure, for consistency, make sure your layers are
Yeah.
appropriate. Make sure you're waiting the time in between.
Because TCA takes a few minutes to do its
Yeah,
job.
and we don't know exactly how long it takes
Yeah.
before that is neutralized. There are some people that think they can put it on after 2-3 minutes. I think that's too soon.
Yeah.
We say 5 minutes in our
Yeah.
direction booklet, which, hey, it may be a little bit longer than
Sure.
others do, but I feel like 5 minutes, that 5-minute mark, you could still see some frosting.
Yes.
Want to make sure there's no frosting before you move on. I think
Yeah.
5 minutes is a good time. You can wait longer if you want, but don't
Yeah.
wait less.
No. 5-minute
so-
minimum.
Yeah,
Yes.
5-minute minimum. So if your volume is consistent, your layers are consistent.
Yep.
You're doing this in a consistent manner.
Yep.
You're always prepping. Like your regimen is your prep. So as long as your regimen contains everything you need, specifically and mainly an acid, whether it's a cleanser, toner, or serum, a retinoid, and a melanin inhibitor. Those are like the key things. Just keep that in your normal regimen.
I thought of one other thing.
What?
Using alcohol or prep solution before you apply the peel.
Yeah.
So if you skip that step, that is a very crucial step, because
That's true. That's another one.
Removing any oils, moisturizer residue, anything that could cause that peel to self-neutralize. So a lot of times people will skip that first step.
Yep.
They'll cleanse their skin, but then they go right for the peel. So that second step, the prep or the isopropyl alcohol, is very important, because you want a nice clean slate.
That is another one.
Yeah, so
that's
that
a good
peel
thought.
takes nice and evenly to your skin, like a nice clean canvas.
Exactly. Well, and for the whole canvas thing, that's prep comes in with that too, because that's what that acid cleanser and the retinoids are doing.
Yeah.
They're
Thinning.
evening those layers of skin. So when you're applying this peel, it's going a nice even layer, almost like a wall that's had a skim coat on it. It's all like perfect and smooth.
Sure.
You don't want to, just paint over a wall that's all lumpy and bumpy and has, we got to fill those in and make it all smooth. So that's what your retinoids and your acids are doing. Yeah, that nice even thing. So
good.
What else can you make sure that it is perfectly consistent from peel to peel? Obviously, just, make sure that you're following through, right? Do a peel every month or 2 weeks or whatever your schedule is.
Consistency, of course, like we always say, very super important. Absolutely.
I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call, 1-800-917-3155.
Yep. Or if you're social, visit us on Facebook at Platinum Skincare Guru Group.
And then email support@platinumskincare.com. We're happy to help.
Yep. See you there.